enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear all I say. But watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Mics. All right, that was weird and awkward, and I am Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis, and we are live. You can hear me, see me, everything good. Excellently flipped different buttons than I was supposed to. Hello. We have a whole bunch of new followers that I have to thank. Kirk13 Danish, Persal 85, W Probstel, I think that's how I say it. Dork Vega, and we just had Endokpa. I think I say that right. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much. We're going to be painting Abbadon the Despoiler, Abbadon, as friendly known on this stream. We're going to be doing. Oh, by the way, first of all, I want to mention we have some new stream times. You're going to get 3 hours of me today, so that is awesome. So we're going to be trying this out. I'm hoping that I'm going to make all my streams 3 hours. We're going to also add a Saturday stream, possibly. So that will also be like 2 to 5, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. But yeah. Proto Maker is the invisible man today, yes. He'll be back. He'll be probably back Saturday, or no, he'll be back Monday. No, he won't be back Monday because he works on Monday. Anyway, you'll see him on Wednesdays like always. So, okay. Now, I'm going to go to overhead. Here we go. These are some Abbadon images that I printed out from the internet, and you can see that I'm running low on toner because it's very faded. This one I love. So I'm really digging the kind of, this is basically a close-up of this. So the close-up of the like pink power suit and the madness of the face and everything. And I'm just loving the colors. So that is probably what I'm going to take a lot of my inspiration from. And yes. And then I'm also going to do some of the inspiration from the box art, like the sword. You know, it's probably some parts of the base. We'll do parts of this inspiration and parts of this box art. Okay, so you'll get a little bit of both. So let's see. I have sub-assembled. I have the base, and you can see I'm getting ready to do the OSL from this little torch here. I've already got it kind of zenithal highlighted, and all I did was you imagine kind of a ball of light, and you kind of spray around with the airbrush. Hey, Echo Chill. Then I have the sword. It's gonna be a little bright because I want it to be like a power sword, right? There's some cool, like, some kind of souls or something up in there. I don't know much about the Abbadon lore, but his sword, what is this? His sword has a name. I know that. Hold on, I'll tell you. The abilities, weapon, Talon of Horus. Okay, that's what its name is. I don't know anything else about it. It only comes with one weapon. Oh, and sorry, and this like double gun, which we did drill out the barrels of already. Hello, Steve Ametexas. Guten Tag, Transistor from Deutschland. All right, and then I've got these pieces. I've got a bunch of pieces that I've got sub-assembled here because it's going to be way easier to paint them. So I think we should start on the pieces that are not Abbadon because I think they'll paint up rather quickly because they're little, right? So his hair is definitely red. He's got red. He's got a ponytail. It's like chaos red. And if we're looking, oh, Echo Chill with a subscription 2 months in a row. I gotta write that down. Thank you so much. Great, awesome. Kathy Wobble. Oh my gosh, guys, Kathy Wobble is a friend. I'm so glad to have you here. She is also a fantastic painter. The duo, one half of the duo of James and Kathy Wobble. So you guys might have met them at Adepticon. Super, super awesome. Okay, here we go. There's a brush. And we're gonna start with this ponytail because that's gonna be, I'm gonna try to paint this relatively fast-ish. I'm also gonna be doing something cool. I'm gonna be using a lot of the new Monument paints. So you're gonna get to see how they work. Now, Monument is a pretty small line. So there's going to be a lot more mixing because I don't have very many paints, right? We've got Old Purel Red. We've got Mahogany. We've got Orange. And we've got Golden Yellow. And I don't even think I'm going to need the Golden Yellow. Hey, Mr. Snowyak, how are you? You'd think his sword contains a demon, Platypus Boss said that. I would not be surprised about. That's pretty dang cool. So let's look at the, let's see, does it say, okay, here, Mephiston Red. So I think this Mahogany will be probably, a mixture of these two will be a good Mephiston Red. Wait, no, Burnt Red. We'll use that instead. So I'm basically teaching you how to sub out your paints so you can just eyeball it and get close. Right, so Mephiston Red and then Nuln Oil, which we have. We're going to attempt to do this semi-recipe-esque, somewhat Shoshified. Where's my melon oil? Come on. I have like a huge amount of it too, somewhere. There, I think I see it. Where's it back there? Bear with me. I should have got this out first, right? Agrax. Black ink. That's not it. Alright, I think this sneaky bottle, I call it grease wash. It's basically a mix of a whole bunch of stuff. I think we'll use that in place of Nuln oil, how you guys call it. I don't know what else to do. Otherwise, we'll just use, wait, is that, nope, that's gloss or shade. Oh well. Well, poo. Okay, so there we've got Mephiston Red, then the Evil Sun Scarlet, basically. So these three are our triad for the hair. This is a great idea lesson. Yeah. Well, it's also a way for me to get my commission done, because this is a commission. So you get to see me in action. Lone Wolf, hello. So these do need shaking a little bit. Shake, 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 shake. And they twist. And when I put them on my palette, just put it there, and then I twist it back. And there's always like a little bit of paint left on there, and I'll just like, there we go. I'm not wasting paint. I'm gonna do that with all three of these. I like the fact that there's such a small thing here. Oh, the Helminator just subscribed with the Twitch Prime. Wow, thank you, Helminator. I really appreciate your subscription. We use the subscriptions, actually, the money from it a lot. We're gonna be doing a lot of upgrades to the stream very soon. We're gonna be getting some new overlays. We're gonna be doing all kinds of different things like paint-alongs. Super psyched. Pro acryls, have I used them? Yes, I have, and I do like them. I like them a lot. So we're gonna be using them today, in fact. So, there we go. And then I think I had one more color, didn't I? The orange. Here it is. Orange. I love it how simple the names are. Orange. Well, I did bother you for that picture yesterday, so it's only right. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Let's start. Now I've got everything all nice and zenithal primed so that when I put my reds down, they're gonna pop on there really quickly. So let's see. I think because I want this all to be bright, I'm gonna kind of underpaint with my shadow first. Right? Sketch this in. It'll save me a lot of time. There we go. Put my arm down so you guys can see better. Okay. Kind of sticking paint into the shadowed areas. There we go. I love how Procryl covers. It covers really well. I'd say as well as the new Artist Acrylics by Scale 75. Okay. Okay, let's get in there. Rest, I think. Oh, we gotta get this part too. So see how I just kind of sketched in my darks to start. Now, I need to get out a paper towel because I like to control how much water is in my brush. Let's keep this handy on my lap. Or like, I'm gonna put it right here so it doesn't change. Okay. Now we're gonna go with the bright red. Now I'm just noticing on the Abbadon guy, I think I'm gonna mix it half and half. We're not gonna have that completely crazy, right? Because what? Evil Sun Scarlet is more of a, probably this color right here. See the difference? So maybe like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's Tiny Tusk when you need him. Did I? Hello, Lamunis. How are you? There we go. That's just beautiful. Get all that lovely, lovely red. Now I'm hoping this dries really strong and bright and vivid. Oh, so far so good. See that? We saved so much time by painting the dark in there first. Nicks and Minis. Where's all the magnificent time go? Exactly, I know. There we go. Right. Now I'm just kind of like, just doing a little bit of overbrushing over here so I can catch some of that. Pretty good, look. It's no Electric Eve blending, but it's pretty dang good. 22 months, whoo. That is some hype, yes. Oh my gosh, you just subscribed for the tier 3 level for 22 months? Oh my goodness. Next and Minnie, that is a lot of time. I agree, holy cow. We need to get together again and do another coaching. So for those of you guys who don't know, if you sub to me at the tier 3 level, you get a half hour, I'm looking for my pen, a half hour of one-on-one coaching with me through Skype or Google Hangouts, whatever works for you. And Nixton Minis here has actually benefited from some of that coaching. We had a good time. Learned some stuff. There we go. Nixton Minis. Woohoo, 22. That's amazing. That's another thing I've got to do is I've got to make some new, so those little hearts, those how many subscribers, like Nixton here. I think he's just got the highest one you can have. Let me check. Got VIP has got 22. Yeah, he's got the blue. Blue is the highest heart you can have, so I need more hearts because clearly people have been around for a while. Rank. Yes. Hey, Rubbish Booty. All right, this is what we just finished painting. This ponytail, and I just dropped my paper towel. Give me 1 second. I love it when I have to pick up my towel with my toes, and it's not working. Now it's stuck to my sock. Okay, let's do some highlights on this. So I'm just gonna take a peek at this. Oh, we got to do the Nolan oil. I completely forgot to do the Nolan oil. Let's do that. So we're not using Nolan oil. We're using my grease wash, which is basically Nolan oil and Agrax and a whole bunch of other stuff mixed together. Let's see, here we go. Here's a little palette. I know my Nolan oil is around here. It has gone into the void. Oops. There you go. That will work. You're lonely at the top. Hey, Super Sarah. Mod you need, but slightly half butt mod. Try to mod and do your work. That's totally fine, Sarah. I love it. I love it. All right, taking some of this. This will deepen our shadows even more, right? There we go. Boom. Oh, I love it. That's lovely. Get in there. Get in there. Shadows. Okay. See a cat hair, guys. Not already. Hold on, let me take it off. It's like a big piece of fuzz. Wow, even Rubbish Booty, you're even up there in rank, aren't you? All right, I'm gonna let that dry. Wait, actually, do I want to let that dry? Let's look at this ponytail again. It's black. Okay. So that means I'm just gonna let that dry. Actually, I will let that dry. Put that right there. So that will set up, and then we'll paint something else cool. What else can we paint? Let's see. Let's do this guy right here. So this is some kind of turbo pack on his back. It totally gets covered up by his cloak. We don't really need to do a ton. We just need to mainly make sure that this area right there is covered, because that's a shame. You guys, I guess we should still paint it because it is a commission. So we'll show you how. All right, I love the metallics from Monument. They're really gorgeous. Whoa, this one is light bronze. I'm still recovering my voice a little bit from Adepticon. It's still getting better. Now I need a regular bronze. Copper, rich gold. All right, let's see if I can, let's try adding a little black to this gold and see what happens. This is the part with switch. Wait, I'm just confused. Hold on, I'm missing chat. It's been way too long. So what's this one for? So this is all Abbadon the Despoiler. Check it out. He's like rawr, and his head is glowing because we're gonna do some cool OSL effects with his power armor. So he'll be awesome and scary. Abadoff. Yeah, turn Abbadon off. What's that? This part with the switch. Okay, so this goes, it like hooks, it fits into this little part right here, and I think it's just like goes into his arm or something. I think it's like a hydraulic dealy bopper. So we're gonna paint it anyway, even though it's gonna get covered up by his armor. Abigail. Abbadabadoo. I'm gonna mix just a skosh of black and maybe a little bit of brown with my bronze and see if I can darken this bronze, because this is a light bronze. Let's try a little bit of this dark umber in. Have you guys mixed flat paints with metallics before to try to color your metallics a little bit? All right, that's beautiful. Wow. Try a little black. Oh, okay, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I mixed a little bit of this brown with the metallic, and it gave me a really kind of cool color. It's gonna be hard to see on this tiny piece. All right, gonna paint it. We'll do the whole thing, and then we'll go over it with the Nolan oil again. And then I'll highlight it with the gold or the bronze. Let me take a peek at this real quick. So the armor is Retributor armor, Agric Xershade, then Orc Gold, then highlighted with silver. So yeah, okay. But you do want kind of a bronzy color. This will be fine. Give me 1 second. It looks like this wire is frayed. It's supposed to be. Okay, getting there. My brush is splitting a little bit. I'm not happy about that. I did buy some of that Gentastic goop from Slow Fuse. I just haven't used it yet. It's in my bag somewhere. Okay. Right, that looks good. Dries pretty quick. All right, let me take a look at chat. Love the star. Yeah, so basically it's black with blue and silver sparkles, and it does look like a star field. I like it. Thank you. Hey, Mark Goodwin, how's it going? Black to gunmetal makes nice wrought iron color. Okay. Save your voice. I'll voice over your stream for you. I don't think that's gonna work. Let me get another brush. This brush is a lot more pointed. Okay, now I'm gonna use, okay, I think this is when I need the Nolan oil. My ghetto Nolan oil here. There we go. Ooh, I like it, I like it. You didn't use the Lumiere, you still stole my idea from oh wow, it grabbed best figure at the IPMS show. Valthorn Alien, I'm so proud of you. That's so awesome. So he said that he took my my dung beetle night idea, used different colors than I did, but he still did really well in the show. That's fantastic. Yay. Okay, there we go. So we're getting the Nolan oil in there. Not bad. They've caught another stream. Good job, Fragrach. How are you? I'm doing really well. My voice is a little bit hoarse, but I have a big thing. It's over there. I have a big thing of of water, which I need to go over and grab. All right, I'm missing a color. I'm gonna go into my scale 75s or my model airs. I think this bronze. No, I don't want this bronze. I want like a dark, dingy bronze. Like maybe actually this brown would be really good. Cade metal. This is such a gorgeous color, and it's a really good background color for bronze. I did enjoy Adepticon. You know what? My favorite part of Adepticon was meeting up with all the other streamers that I didn't really know real well, but I feel like I know them better now. And it felt like I don't know, it was just so different than what I'm used to at Adepticon. It was awesome. All right, so this is, I'm gonna paint this all. It's with the decayed metal from scale 75. They don't have a brown metallic yet with Monument, so, and I wasn't quite able to mix it. It was way too desaturated for me. Okay. I'm gonna base the whole thing. And then we'll do the highlighting and all that, yada yada, everything. So I want to show you guys something. So I got some new Stynylrez primer. It's a little shinier, but I used it completely unthinned at all, and it covers like a dream, especially the white. They also have a new product that I bought that I'm already loving. I'm going to show it to you. Come on. If you use the airbrush, this is spray through airbrush cleaner. You can use it with, you know, any of these primers or any of these paints, and it basically makes it so that you don't have to take apart your airbrush. It sprays like you can. It really works. I used it just this one time, and it was really, really good. Pascal, hello, how are you? Pascal, did you hear there? It's 50-50 whether or not there's going to be another crystal brush. They're talking over their options. Oh, I'm way off cam. Hold on. Hey, Jimmy. While Valthorn was there, he ran the Reaper Paint and Take. Oh, you kept hyping my channel? Oh my gosh, thank you. Look, it's Pascal. Yay, it's Pascal. That Pascal, you know, the one who likes socks. Yeah. That's funny. I have no idea what you're talking about, Sarah. Paint, paint. Neither do I. There's just cheerleading everybody today, huh? Yeah. Okay. Now, yes, he does have some bronze little arrows up here. Yeah. Does anybody else have this model? So apparently my client had to stand in line for quite a bit of time for this. GW had 2 credit card machines, but only one of them was working. Funny. Fang and Claw Hobbies. Can I just say, Shoshie's Minis, thank you for being inspiration to the community. Well, thank you guys for following me. Like, I do a lot of this for you guys because, you know, this community gives back. They really do. Yours has been assembled and it's ready to go. Awesome. I'll be looking forward to seeing how you paint that then, Nixon. Nope, not really into GW stuff. Lamunis, what do you prefer to paint? I know you got a Kingdom Death model, right, from my class? Or was that my beginning class? You went to the beginning class. No, you went to both. That's right. Okay. All right, we got base coat of this metal. I like how it's looking so far. I'm gonna take my glasses off just to take a closer peek. Make sure I don't have all the little spikes painted, so I need to make sure to get those done. Do both sides. All right, get the underside of this too. So you guys who watched the build stream for this guy, we were pretty happy. It went together really well. There was a little bit of a surprise because it's not as hard plastic as you're used to from GW. All right, we're going back to the hair, which look at how beautiful that dried. It's a matte red, but it's not crazy. Okay, let's do a little bit of, there we go. Go back in here, smooth that out where the Nuln Oil kind of, there we go. Makes a difference with that Nuln Oil on it. So the red is gonna dry a little bit less vivid. Love it. Beautiful. Okay, now the orange. I'm hoping this orange is nice. And so something I also found out while I was at Adepticon is that these monument paints really do work best when you don't use them on a wet palette. So I may have to be getting some parchment paper to try, because that's what Slow Fuse was using. I'm just highlighting the edges of the ponytail here. I want to keep my little red look going as much as possible, but I'm giving it some orange highlights, and then I'll do a glaze of the red again so it'll appear as a bright red instead of a orange. Okay, love, love, love. That looks good, right? All right, let that dry for a minute. Actually, let's do another little bit of a highlight over here. A little bit of this actual super vivid red. See what happens when you glaze that red back over the orange? It becomes even more vivid. Awesome. Because I've been working my way around the model, it's drying as I paint, so I don't lose any time. So this is looking really good. It's also giving me a little bit of, so another thing that I'm noticing is that I'm being able to kind of warm up on some of these smaller pieces. So my hands are gonna get nice and used to painting by the time I'm painting something serious, right? There we go. I'm just gonna do a tiny amount of orange now on the very ends of things. Give it a little bit of ping, a little bit of ping. All right, give me 1 second, I'll check chat, guys. I did not forget. Blend, 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 blend. Blend that red in, blend that orange in. Ugh, I'm very happy. You guys know blending is not my favorite thing. All right, hold on. It looks like I missed a bunch of chat. You guys are awesome. But what do you guys think of me starting a little, like a half hour early and ending a half hour late? It kind of gives our European folks like a chance to watch a little bit more. Oh, Frag Rock's getting their Bones Kickstarter soon. 10 dragons. Any tips? Again, start with little things. Get used to painting and then grab a dragon, you know? Or like get big brushes for some of the dragons. There we go. There's Abbadabadoo's hair. Abbadabadoo. Where's that gonna go? Oh, in the top of his head. Okay, good. It goes this way. That's awesome. Let's set that aside. So I'm ready to paint the blacks. All right, what else is red? This guy here. Thanks for the host, Mark Goodwin. Winter says, I just wanted to say a heart to you and I'm lurking while working. That's awesome. I was talking about the crystal brush maybe not continuing. What's my take on it? I think, I don't know. I don't really like competitions that do first, second, third place. So if something else were to come along, I would hope that whatever replaces it is like an open competition. So that, you know, how many of you guys have felt like maybe that entering Crystal Brush seemed kind of pointless, you know, when you almost have to have your own private sculptor and stuff like that? I don't know. I don't want to get too complainy, but I think something else can come in and it would be, you know, better. Don't forget to update my Facebook page. Yes, I need to also update all my Twitch stuff is going to be changing too, Abbadon. Everything. So I'm going to get it all done together. You have no opinion. You do what you want. Oh, you have no opinion. Okay, good. You like the idea, but don't. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to paint this helmet right here with this brick red. I think it's brick red. Let me check. It's, yep, burnt red. It's our Mephiston red substitute. Gonna paint, paint, paint. I'm gonna go ahead and paint over that. Nice and base coated. New pots look like they have cool tones. Ooh, skin tones. Oh, the P3 pot. Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit earlier. Yeah, Abbadon. Pascal Ruse, wow, thank you for subscribing. This is 2 months in a row. And there's my pen. My pen just disappeared again. Here it is. Thank you. I don't know why my alerts aren't working. Are they working for you guys? I don't think they are. I might have to relog into stuff. Hold on, let me try something here. As an onlooker, I love Crystal Brush because you get to see some awesome, but as a contest, it's a horrible setup. Yeah, I think so. I don't want to enter Crystal Brush, says Winter Wolf. And frankly, most contests, because I felt there was no way to approach the same techniques at my current level. Okay, let me say something. The open competition is what you want to enter then, Winter, because with the open competition, if you get, like, let's say you get a certain number of points for that competition, then you'll qualify for either like a bronze, silver, or gold medal, right? And they base it on like basically 6 to 7 points is a bronze, and what is it, 7 to 8 usually, 7 to 9 is a silver, and then 9 to 10 is a gold. And anybody who gets in within those points will get a medal. And I think it's a much better and more encouraging way of doing things. It helps kind of people know where they stand, because like there were people like Chris Surrey, he painted gold level stuff, but he didn't place, right? And so that, how is that cool? It's not to me. You know, he should get some kind of recognition. I mean, I guess if you get online, technically you're a gold, I guess. So that means like my bust technically would be gold level if it even got online. But that's, you know, it's just so much nicer to be able to get a gold medal, right? I'd rather have a gold medal than, well, no, I don't know. My picture is pretty awesome, but the one they took. What does the negatives? They don't have negative scores. Yeah, ReaperCon, you would really like ReaperCon, Winter. How are the points awarded? Is there standard guidance? There is. I don't have that in front of me, so I can't tell you exactly how it works. Maharoon, how are you? Banana Bee says, Crystal Brush's judging is really political and sort of popularity contest anyway. It's poor setup. Because they do the, basically because, and I wouldn't even, yeah, it is definitely a people's choice kind of popularity thing. I'm gonna go fix my alerts. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can get them to work. Give me 1 second, guys. I want my alerts to work for you. Hope that works. Unfortunately, Mike's not here to help me to try to see if it's gonna work, but we'll figure it out. Wait, I missed a whole bunch. Let's see. Yeah, shout out for Winterwolf. Awesome. Kind of like Full test grade. Winter says, I'll see what I can do about ReaperCon. If not this year, then in the future. That sounds great. The other thing about ReaperCon is it's a much smaller convention than Adepticon, and it's also, what's cool about it is that it's only painting. I should have put my Nolan oil on this first, right? Okay, let's do this. Oops, that's too much. Lob it on there. I guess it's okay if I put too much because it could be weathering. It could be dirty old helmet that's been on here for a long time. Okay. All right, that looks good. Except for that needs to be black. Let's do a little eyeball. That's much better. I'm just poking black in the crevices just a smidge to help the Nolan oil. Nolan oil. Bork, bork, bork. What are you saying, Sarah? You're so funny. Rainer, you need to redo that, Lamunis. Rainer is here. Hello, Rainer. ReaperCon, you guys gotta come to ReaperCon. And yes, there's Texas barbecue in Texas. They do try to make everybody welcome. I think I'm gonna set this down. And let's see, Abbadon black. I'm gonna use this black. We don't have Abbadon black, we have regular black. Like that. Remember what I said about how you feel a sense of accomplishment when you get these little pieces done. There we go. That looks good. Anything on here that needs to be black? Let's take a peek. No, oh, I totally could have done the back of that. Now let's do that. I painted it red by accident. What is it called? Just the back of his helmet. Okay, so that's drying. Still drying. I can go in with my half red, half brick or whatever. Now, notice that I'm painting a little slower than I do normally, and that's because this is a commission, not for myself. I have to be a little bit more judicious and try to make sure my blending is on point, because my commissions are the highest level. I don't do that for myself too much. I like to speed paint for myself. Okay, give me a second here. I'm going to check chat in a minute. That's looking good. You're on the phone, not really. Flights are pricey, so yeah. It's usually Labor Day weekend, so yeah. Hey, Bad Blood Boss, how's it going? If any of you folks make it out, just look for the American flag Punisher skull. That'll be you. I'm going to be coming to Model World Expo in Eindhoven. I'm hoping to see Pascal, some of you other Europeans, there's a really good chance that by then I will have European citizenship, which would be fantastic. I don't know if I told you guys, but something I'm looking into, I am able to claim Polish citizenship by descent, and so something I'm currently working on. I don't know if I'll ever need to or have to live in the EU, but the cool thing about having European citizenship is that I will be able to go when I want without a visa. And that is something that is going away, I guess, in the US sometime in 2021 or 22, that Americans will have to apply for a visa to visit the EU because of some sort of thing that is changing with the EU. So yeah. Hey, Tiny Tusk. Another mini, another month. Have tickets for model? I don't think so, Ramberton, no. I will let you know as soon as I find out. Nice to watch you live most of the time. You have to watch clips. Oh, yeah, 814 Punk. I've got a YouTube channel that you can catch me on also, which means that you can take a look at the full VODs on that. All right, this is looking very nice. Very happy about this. We're just building up layers. I'm going to use a little bit of orange now. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm making it a very hot orange line to start. And then I'll glaze it with the red. That orange will really make the other red pop, right? I'm just using the very edge of my brush with the very tip. And just highlighting now. All right, now this is where I go back with the red because this is very orange. Got some hype for Tiny Tusk. Tickets for ReaverCon go on sale next week. I need to buy those. Definitely. Promanzina, thank you for the follow. My alerts are not working today, and I apologize. Luckily, Twitch is telling me about everybody, so that's good. All right, watch this. Blend this in. Go. So that just is so much brighter with that orange underneath it. Now up here, leave a tiny amount of that orange as a highlight. There we go. And we'll do the back. Sadly, it looks like we need permits to visit the EU after next weekend, unless a miracle happens. Yeah, everything. Not this year at Valthorn, next year. The World Model Expo. That's when I'm coming. I'm going to Australia this year. I'm so excited. Actually, we're going this month to Australia. And what is also really cool about me having Polish citizenship is if I'm able to get it, I'll be able to teach workshops without a visa in the EU. Not in UK, unfortunately, as you guys all know. But that's huge because I would be able to work in the EU, and I guess the way Polish law works is that as long as I'm not working and living in Poland, I only have to pay US taxes. So that'd be great. It makes it even easier for me to teach workshops in Europe. Okay. That is looking really nice. Hype for Fang and Claw Hobbies. Subbing at tier 1 2 months in a row. By the way, thank you for doing the hypes, because since my alerts aren't working, your hype is keeping me from missing anybody, and I don't want to miss anybody, especially awesome subscribers like Fang and Claw Hobbies. Thank you for that. Awesome. Vandus Hammerhand, hello. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here's Super Sarah. Thank you for telling me that. Completely missed it. Yeah, my stream labels is not working at all, and I don't know why. Super Sarah 1313 and Tiny Tusk. Awesome. There you guys are. Much mad love. Your Strokes of Chaos. Oh, you did a rebrand. Okay, so we need to move your points over so that you still have points. I'll remember to do that. Send me a message just in case so I can... Now I know. I like to make sure you guys get your points. Tiny is here. Make that bright red. Looks good. It's not, I hope it's going to dry that red. I don't know if it's going to. So beautiful. These are the monument paints. Pretty happy with them so far. They really do blend nice. And yeah, that looks good. Let's show you. Now, I'm gonna take a look at this. Okay, so gold, pretty much mostly gold. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Okay, silver, silver, gold. Okay. Here's my gold. Here's my gold. Flickster, hello. Fancy seeing you here. Nice nails. Thank you. Flickster, I sent you a Facebook message. So if you could do me a favor and check it out before I finish streaming, that would be awesome. Also, the lovely Flickster, give him a follow if you haven't. And Rainer, my other triptych brother. Where is my pen? My alerts aren't working today, Flickster. I don't know what happened. I did absolutely nothing different. I didn't even turn anything off. And it's acting weird. So he's on a 22-month streak. That is awesome. Fantex. We are great. We are streaming 3 hours a day. We're going to try this newness out. All right, I'm going to mix a little gold with a little bit of this bronze to get sort of a mid bronze color. Look at this again. Okay, I got it. Because it's going to have Agrex Earthshade on it, right? It's not bronzy enough. Dang it. Here, I'm going to use this. This is Bright Bronze by Game Air. I need to tell. Oh, they have a copper, do they? Hold on. Let me look at this. It's almost the same. Oh, that's what I should use. Let's try this instead. Let's shake it. Okay. Copper. All right. Yeah, that's gonna work just fine. It looks very pretty, very close to the same for the bright bronze. All right, so we're gonna do this. There we go. And as we overbrush it over the brown, it gives it a nice look. Kind of trying to leave a little bit of shadows in there. For those of you who are just joining us, we're painting Abbadon with basically painting some of the smaller pieces first. And my hope is that that's going to give me a kind of a sense of accomplishment and propel me. I feel like if I get the cool parts done first, I will be bored with this. So we're kind of using this awesome part, Abbadon, as like a present at the end, that like a little reward, right? So that I feel excited about painting him once I get to him. All right, I'm sort of making this bright and polished looking. Don't know if that's what his metal would look like. All right, let's see. Okay, good. Oh, okay, so the sticks are supposed to be silver. All right, that's fine. That's okay. We'll get back to those. Painting the little spikes now. By the way, for those of you guys who don't know, we are one step closer now to creating the bioactive vivarium for the geckos. I won't be able to completely complete it until we get back from Australia. But I was able to get a hold of some what they call cleanup crew. It's basically springtails and isopods. They're just little bugs that they kind of eat the, dead material, and they kind of help fertilize the vivarium. They are what really make it a vivarium, that make it a... Okay, watch while I'm overbrushing, because I kind of am leaving a little bit of for the shadows there. There we go, that looks good. Anyway, I'm excited about that. For now, they are living in the dubia roach colony that we have. That's what we're feeding the geckos with currently. And so they're cleaning up after the dubias. Okay, wait, a little bit of gold. There we go, pretty. I don't know how many reptile fans we have in the chat right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about, hopefully. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Now do the sides. Okay. I'm pretty happy. Abbadon is painting up quickly. It helps that GW puts out these little guides on the thing. You don't have to make it all up from scratch. There's a million different sources we can use for reference. I think that looks good. brass bit. All right. Take a look here. Okay, there's, need some silver. Okay. Now, Monument doesn't make yet a dark silver, I don't think. Does it? Yes, it does. No, that's white gold. I'm gonna add a little black to this and see if I can make it into a dark silver. You have 3 snakes, Frag Rock? You know what I'm talking about. Except for you probably use mice and stuff instead of do you have a bioactive thing for your snakes? All right, so let's do an experiment with this paint here. Watch this. We're gonna take, there's the silver, take a little black. On this side I'm just gonna mix it. Oh yeah, that looks good. So we can get a dark silver look. Make some more. Did you guys know you could color your metals with that paint? Oh, cool. President Thod. Boa has a bioactive. Ooh. How big is your boa? How old is your boa? That titanium, that Wolverine is attached. Oh, that's titanium. That Wolverine is attached to his bones. Yes. All right, so let's see. So all of the dark silver parts are this bit right here. Go. And then carefully tap these little circles. And over here. Now this spot right here is going to be just kind of overbrushed, not quite dry brush. You're actually painting it, but it's, you're trying to just hit those top highlights. This part right here, standing out. Not painted the skulls just yet. I don't know if I should have painted those first or not, but it's just, it is what it is now. Kind of helpful that I can paint these little sticks, spikes, and then go back and paint the skulls. Okay, making sure I get everything. That looks awesome. Now, he's 6 years old. Oh, vibranium. I don't know what 6 years old and just under 6 feet. So she's a dwarf. Okay, that's good because those boas can get big. Yep, I'm going to be painting for 3 hours, Flick, so I'm going to end at 5 o'clock. I hope that's okay. We're going to try doing a half hour on each end. And if we need to adjust that at some point, we can do that. Real quick, I'm going to look at my phone, see if you replied to my Facebook. Okay. All right, no problem. Yes. We'll talk more about my stream times, Flick, because this is not set in stone just yet. We will be working it out. Okay, so yeah, All right, I'm looking at the polished parts here. It looks like I need a little silver. Wait. Okay, the metal is Balthasar gold, which we did kind of the base. Oh, we didn't do Reikland flesh shade. Let's do that next. Ah! Okay, Reikland flesh shade right here. Full-size female can be like 13 feet or more. Whew! They're gorgeous. I love snakes, but I just wouldn't want to own any just because of the feeding and the feeding of them. That's the main thing. Okay, that looks amazing. That's the Reikland flesh shade in the crevices on the gold. Okay. I like it. Gives it a nice, it really looks like gold now. Okay, that has to dry. So while that's drying, we'll go onto the skulls. Skulls, and I'm gonna do the skulls pretty much the same as this. It's like sort of a taupe, then a Reikland flesh shade, then like a cream, and then a white. So let's see if I can mix this taupe color. I think this actually might be good enough. Light umber. Let's take a peek. Yeah, that's gonna be good. That is perfect. And we can even make it a smidge lighter too, if we need to. That is called light umber. And then we'll paint that on all of the skulls. Notice that, uh-oh. I wanted that to be black down there, so there we go. Kind of just get the eyelid part so that the shadow's still there. This is some kind of Tyranid skull, I think, which means we can probably actually paint it whatever color we want because it's an alien. But I'll stick with the bone color. Okay. Now this is a regular human skull with some little metal kind of android pieces sticking out of it. Can everybody see everything okay? I hope. These parts are really tiny. Okay, that. There we go. Paint all those skulls. There's some cool like wounds and stuff in some of these. Ugh. Too much paint on a brush. That's because I don't have ooh, this skull is completely cracked open. That looks neat. Paint. I just see when you start painting stuff, you start realizing where you missed some spots. So I missed that little thingamabob right there. And this looks like some other kind of strange. What the heck? Oh, it's a human skull on its side. I was not expecting that. Right, those look really good. So just picking out all the spots where I missed the first pass. All right, now we're going back to the gold while that dries. The prequel trilogy or the only good Star Wars movies. Valthorn Ilian, I completely agree. Your partner doesn't like him, but he has no choice. All right, Valthorn, you're just starting stuff. No more of that. All right, we're gonna go with the gold again. We're gonna do this Gehenna's gold, which is our straight up gold. Straight up goldy gold. Now we're just picking out the pretty parts, the highlighted bits. Yeah, that looks good here. And because it's the gold and the reds, it gives it sort of like this more dark, kind of sinister looking gold. Right? Now there's some little dents and scrapes. I'm gonna basically highlight that. Looks good. This is, again, just with the regular gold. Okay, that little piece down there is bugging me, so I'm gonna hit it with the silver that I had mixed up before I forget. There we go. Ta-da! All right, let me check chat. Jacquard Exciter Pack paint, any good? I can see them. Yeah, they're awesome. They're really good. We did the dung beetle night. Do I have it up here? Yes, I do. We did this dung beetle night with the Jacquard pack. Look at how he came out. This is all metallics, except for the fur. And we just did a lot of dry brushing on it. Yeah, and inks. I think, did we use inks on this, guys? I don't even remember now. It was mostly just the pack. So, came out good. And then Valthorn said that he used the same, well, he didn't use the same colors, the same paints, but he used a similar method. And he ended up with like a best in show, didn't you? Thank you, John Ninas. He said, I loved your CB bust, and thanks for judging Resin Beast. Thank you. I had a blast. All right, now with the silver. This is where we highlight our gold, because I don't know if you know this, but gold actually gets highlights also. And gold is very, very bright metal. There's lots of, I'm gonna edge highlight this part right here. Where the light is hitting it. It's kind of like if you were doing non-metallic metal, you would paint your edges, right? With white, well, you're gonna do it with silver when you're painting metallic metals. Just pretend that you're doing a non-metallic. Each one of these little grommets gets a little dot of the silver. And then the edge, of course. I had a really good time judging Resin Beast. It was really hard to pick some of those because there were so many good entries. Now we're just highlighting the silver of this as well. And now if I were just give it a little bit of a bling highlight right there. There we go. That looks awesome. Go to this side. Again. There we go. Silver, silver, silver. For the giving the points and the ear part a little bit of a highlight. All right, this piece is almost done. We just have to finish the skulls. And let me take a peek real quick at this. Okay, so that's black with, okay, we can do that real quick. Best figure. Oh yeah, send the pic. Send it to Abbadon or one of my other mods or Flixer. Nice. Hello, Mini Molo. This is from Colombia. Oh, that's so sweet. Speaking of Colombia, I just heard that like some really amazing artists are going to be doing a concert in South America, like Tenacious D, and oh gosh, I wish I could remember everybody who was going to be in it. Anyway, I thought that was really cool. I was showing my husband. I was like, I'd like to go to this, and he said, oh, it's in South America. I'm like, no. Right. All right, I'm going in with just a little black. Painting this cyborg thing on the outside of his head. I'm sure it has a name. Everything in Warhammer has a name. Right, and then going in with the black, and I'm gonna add the skull, inner part of the skulls. Do that with the Nolan oil also, but I just want to get it done. There we go. All right, let me check chat. Brilliant, how are you? Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Awesome to see you here. Abbadon is looking forward to his trip to Zurich, which includes Hans Zimmer concert and John Michael Yara concert. We're supposed to be premiering a new album. That's a fantastic. Trillion, almost a full year. It's amazing. Write your name down here. Woohoo, Trillion! Thank you so much for the subscription. I met Trillion in real life at Gen Con last year, and we just were like peas and carrots, or how do you say it? Like a house on fire. We got along like a house on fire. I don't know what that means, but it's awesome. All right, so next I'm gonna go with we're doing the skull, right? So this Reikland flesh shade we did not do. Let's do the Reikland flesh shade. It'll give us all our old bones look. I'm just putting it on really liberally. Really liberal. Okay, that has to dry. Been really busy, new puppy. We're now in kitten season. Yeah, she like fosters kittens. So you're gonna be, yes, very busy, lots of naps, not much time for Twitch. That's okay. All right, well, I'm almost done with this because all I have to do is finish the skull. So I'm gonna get my hairdryer out and mute myself so that you guys don't have to hear that. So give me 1 second. Ba-ba-ba. Mute. Alrighty. That looks good. Okay, so that's mostly dry now. There's still a little piece. Alright, so now you'll be at Gen Con. Yes, we're definitely gonna have to catch up at Gen Con. That'll be amazing. I'm gonna have a lot more time at Gen Con, I hope too, because I don't think I'm gonna be doing much teaching. So, alright, so pallid flesh. So that means we'll use this bright warm gray, which I told them they need to change. Actually, this is almost a green when it dries. I'm gonna add a little bit of ivory to it so it's less green. Ivory and bright ivory. Do this ivory right here, add a little ivory to it. There we go. All right, ready for the skulls? There we go. I added just a smidge of the light umber to it as well. Okay, now there are lots of little details all over the skulls. I'm picking out stuff. I need to thin my paint a little bit more because I'm not trying to cover up the brown, I'm just trying to highlight. Now there's some weird alien crevices in here. Trying to pick that out, that's really tricky. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm basically painting, there's all these little cracks. I'm trying to paint around the cracks. As much as I can. Focus on that little bulge right here, so that'll be lighter. Go, good. Now, there's like a bony plate right here. I'm gonna paint each little thing. And it's hard to see, it's not easy. That's crazy. We've got little teeth that I'm gonna just overbrush. Okay, that looks good. First skull. That is not even the last color either. We use white last. We'll highlight everything with white. So. You guys see that? All right. This is what it's like for me to paint commission on stream. It's not easy. I'm trying not to. I can paint so much faster when I'm not on stream because I don't have to talk, right? But then I'm not having to. My mind isn't having to switch between talking brain and painting brain back and forth. That looks awesome. If you've ever noticed that sometimes painters on Twitch, they're not as experienced at painting and talking, they'll shut off for a minute because the two halves of the brain have difficulty switching back and forth. It's so much easier just to have one on and one off. I'm off cam? I was off cam. All right, I'm on cam again. Skulls. My cats are really clingy, Trillian. We have to get those, what do they call those scent ball things with the pheromones so that they stay calm while we're gone and don't beat the heck out of each other. It's kind of funny. I mean, it's not funny, but they're just so different than regular cats. We had my daughter stay at the house while we were at Adepticon, and it made a huge difference. Like, my cats acted like we weren't even gone. It was the first time that's ever happened. And it was only because my daughter stayed with them. It made a big difference. So we're going to have them do that again when we go to Australia. We're going to have them stay in the house. Is that on cam? Yeah, that's on cam. You can see these cracks. You got to keep those visible. Don't paint into them. And painted right into it, didn't I? Just as I said that. Okay, we can bring it back. Highlighting, judicious highlighting. There we go. All right, just about done with the skulls now. Look at an ace. Now with the white. I don't have white on my palette. So let me find it. Come on. Here it is. My nails they're not meant to be painted like outer space. I just liked the black and blue glitter, but you know, they certainly could be from outer space. They kind of go with the theme, don't they, of Abbadon. Yeah, guilty. All right, here we go. This is gonna hopefully make these skulls pop. I'm only putting white on the extreme highlighted parts. Because it's going to make everything look more intense. See how by just using a little bit of white and small amounts of it, it actually makes the rest of the model look white, but shaded white, right? So less is more when it comes to white. Same thing with black, or honestly. All right, now here. We go. That looks good. Oh, I like it. Okay. Pull that down over the brow ridge. Okay, if I feel like I need to pop some ivory back on there to blend, I can. That white looks awfully chalky. Oh, that's better. All right, in a second here, I'm going to take a minute break, and I'm going to get a drink of water that's right over here. That looks good. Let me look at something, because... Oh, you know what they did? I'm going to take a little white, because they've made one of these lenses bright green. I'm going to paint that, and I'm going to go in there with the green after the fact. That makes it that little piece a lot interesting, a lot more interesting. Okay, now this skull's on its side, getting highlighted completely differently than the others. There. Same thing on this side. Ah! Just a little bit. Dot, dot, dot. Not a lot. Go. That is looking really awesome. Okay. That looks nice and contrasty, I would say. And I'm going to take a little bit of this white. And on some, I'm going to just try this on some of these little rivets. See if it makes them bling a little more. Yeah, that looks good. Those kind of need that little king of white, don't they? Okay. A little bit of bling. Okay. That is awesome. Let's get the green. Do they give me a nice bright vivid green? No. So that's the one thing that we're going to use Scale 75 for. We're going to go with this one, the autumn green. It's not quite the same color. It's close enough. Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. We're going to use the spring green. It's a little bit more green. Troll bait. Oh, thank you so much. I just missed that. Sorry about that. Everyone stand up, get it from your chairs. Okay, we're going to put troll bait down here, and then we're going to take a break to stretch and get a drink. Thank you for the subscription, troll bait. I really do appreciate that. Not worried, don't need attention that bad, I think. That's okay. Yeah, alerts. No, because the last time I streamed, the alerts were fine. And I literally, all I did was turn off the computer. I didn't even like shut it all down. I just put it in sleep mode. And then now it's not working. So I don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna stretch. I'm gonna go get my drink of water over here. Oh, stretch. Oh, that feels good. A little bit. Might need to do a stretch break after every hour if I'm gonna stream for 3 hours, because 2 hours is here we go. Oh man, that's good. My voice came back a little bit. Oh, the new Prime subs can be confirmed before they expire. I don't know, because even follows aren't showing up. Nothing's showing up. I don't know what's going on. I will check with Mike. So we finished this guy right here. Awesome. And we finished this. This is all we've done all stream. But luckily, we're going till 5, so we can do a lot more. We're doing all the little pieces right now. Got this guy to do next. I'm just gonna take a little copper to it. Ooh. Like that. Actually, I want the gold, not the copper. The light bronze. There we go. That's much better. Ooh, that's so pretty. Let me look at this. It's supposed to be black, but that's okay. These little... Yeah, we'll make them black. Abbadon black. That's actually a paint name, I think, right? He has his own paint. So, like I said before, this is going to get mostly covered up by his cloak, but that's okay. Finally got moved from Kansas City to Colorado. Oh, so you want to have a place to stop by. I go to Colorado all the time, though. We're in Colorado. You've missed this? I've missed you, too. I'm glad that you're here, Trillian. Awesome. All right, I'm painting in the little metal bits from the wire as it's frayed or something's going on here. Also, Trillian, so you didn't miss much because the seasonal effectives disorder, it changes how I stream, and I think I stream much happier when it's spring like now. Much better. Okay, so there's a little chain right here. We're going to make sure that's silver. That is actually going to show up. That little chain piece right here in this little metal plate, that's going to show up on its back. Looks good to me. Now, let me see. So, okay, so the pipes get to be the same as the cloak, which is Abbadon Black, Skaven Blight Dinge. I think that's going to be the same as this Dark Umber. It's me, brain. Oh, Brian, that's right, that's right. Oh, okay, so, but you're in Kansas City, or you're in Kansas. Okay, well, either way, I'll have to stop in Kansas then. All the Citadel is named after something made by GW. They get quite cryptic on some. I'm glad you're coming out of winter. How was Adepticon? Oh, thank you for the bits, Rainer. My alerts aren't working, but that's awesome. Thank you. Adepticon was amazing, and I think I'm really looking forward to Gen Con as well. because Adepticon was really, really awesome. All right, so let's make this a little bit lighter. This is like brown, so it's just a highlight for the black, I think. Go. Here, flip it. Around the edges of the parts here. There we go. All right, that looks good. And then let's see. I love this cheat sheet. It's saving my life. Now we need, it's like a grayish brown. Let me see if I've got gray brown. So what I'll do is I'll mix a little black with this color right here. This is my light umber. That's a grayish black, and then we'll make a little bit of ivory in there. Yes, there we go. That's good. Okay, so we mix that color. These are all the monument paints, by the way. If you're ever in Wichita, but if you ever do something, okay, I do plan on doing something in Kansas City, but I just don't know when. All right, so I'm just gonna highlight some of these wires with this gray brown color. Good so far. Takes a lot of there's a lot of detailing in Warhammer figures to get this kind of heavy metal style. But if you do it right, it ends up looking really awesome. Well, that looks good, especially from a distance. I'm gonna mix a little bit of my brown in there here. I can blend it, but a little bit more. There we go. Boom. That looks fantastic. You know when you're painting and you're just on a roll and you're just digging your own stuff? That's where I'm at right now. I'm pretty happy. All right, so let's see. Now we need Karak stone. That is sort of an umber color, kind of like this golden brown. And I'm gonna mix a little bit of my regular light umber with it as well. It's a very versatile paint line if you know how to mix colors. There we go. There's like basically the Karak stone. Almost the same color. See how I did that? When you have a small paint line like this, it makes mixing even easier. They have a warm gray that looks like a brown in it. Warm gray. They do? I must have misplaced it. I don't think it's on my desk. I'll have to look for it. Oh, you mean the warm bright gray, this one? That's the only gray that I have. Yeah, that's the only gray. Oh, this dark warm gray. But it's not brown at all. This paint is called Monument, and it's slow fuse and slow fuse gaming, as well as Creature Caster got together and did this. All right, and this is looking awesome. I'm really digging how these colors go together. Why I like the guides, guys, because I don't have to make it up, and it looks really good. Okay, almost done with this little wire thing. A little bit of blending in there. Okay, that looks good enough. We got 3 pieces painted. Let's see how long it took us. Took me, it's 3:47. I started at 2, so almost 2 hours. We're getting a lot done very quickly. So let's do something big. Let's do the cape. So this is very shiny because I guess this primer dried a little bit glossy. We'll see how this paint goes on. Since I've already got my mix here for my cloak, I'm gonna do a lot of wet blending on this, I think. I've got black and brown. I'm gonna put the black in the crevices down here. Oh yeah, it's going on like a dream. Then I'm gonna shade up to brown for this part. Wet blend, wet blend, wet blend. Okay, then a little bit of the light warm gray on the top here, up there. Try to blend that in. Back down to the brown. So see how we're just kind of mixing it on the model. Essentially, this is kind of what Electric Eve does. He's awesome. How much have I diluted? I'm not diluting them much. They're on a wet palette, so they're getting a little diluted on the palette. So I don't need to dilute them because of that. When you use a wet palette, now that I've been told that these paints, they actually do better when you're not using a wet palette. That's what I was told. This would be great dry brush, or not dry brush, but airbrushed. By the way, look at how beautiful that is right there, that wet blend. Okay, so now black in this dark crevice. You're hungry. Love how they are wet blending well. In fact, I need to put more paint on my palette because they're blending so well that I'm running out of paint. All right, put in the brown. So you twist them up and then you just wipe the excess on there. All right. Now, again, the black down in here. Now the brown. Now I get this warm grayish color here. Add a little bit more ivory. I'm just kind of mopping back and forth like that to get my wet blend, because I want little to no brush strokes in it, right? So I kind of need to use a light touch. Well, babe, if you're not using the Drunken Brush Group, pick up some of that with the paints. Yeah, you can get it at, I think, Monument Hobbies? Creature Caster? I can't remember. Go to Creature Caster and see if they have it. All right, that looks decent. Nope. Put that back there with the black. Better. That looks pretty dope. I'm gonna let that dry and flip over to the back, or the inside. The inside of the cloak, I want to do a little bit more browns and reds. I'm gonna mix a little bit of red with my brown here. Need black. Black in there, there we go. A little bit more red on the highlight. That's better. Isn't that pretty? Now we can go in here with the black because that's totally not even going to get seen, probably. Now back with the red. Ooh, more red. Got too much black in there. Go. Gotta be careful not to get any. Now I'm going to use more red on the fringes of the cloak so that that stands out a little bit more here. There we go. That looks good. Okay, so that needs to dry, and that's already dry. Holy cow. See how cool that looks right now. It's just the wet blending. Okay. Some of these have a little paint in the recesses. I don't want that. Okay, so then it says, okay, we got a highlight. A little bit of this, more ivory in this. This is not wet blended, but I'm going to be very careful. Edge highlighting this. Okay. I'm going to go back and forth some. There we go. Even I guess even my highlights are getting wet blended just a smidge. Try to go over the edges of stuff. I'm gonna flip it upside down and then blend it with my brush out. These paints really, they blend as nice as P3. They really do. They're like a flat version of P3. But I'm light colored all over the edge. Now I'm gonna wet my brush down. It has a nice long drying time. I think that's why they blend so well. Nice open time is what they called it. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna check chat again. Move that around. Pretty. Already creepy looking, isn't it? Everyone mostly uses the Masters PUA, which has been around and everyone's used, but the Drunken Brush group has made us aware that Master soap is actually poop and bad for your brushes and made from real hair. That's so funny, Sarah. I didn't know that either. I'm not surprised that some brush soap is not good for brushes, because a lot of the people who are selling brush soap, what are they selling also? Brushes. You gotta be careful. Okay, feathering this out. So it's getting better. See, because of this nice long open drying time, I can put paint down and then blend it. I think Citadel actually has a good open time as well. Citadel also has a good coverage. I just personally don't care for the price point of Citadel. Okay, looking good, looking good. Let's see how quickly I'm being able to achieve these highlights with just some soft blends. Let's just take a peek, see how this is going to look on Abbadon. Oh yeah, that's going to look awesome, don't you think? This line is a little too harsh, so I can go back in and see if I can meld that in. With some mid-tone. Much better. Mush, 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 mush. There we go. All right. You did the ultimate test. You washed your own hair with Master soap, brush soap, and Drunken Brush Group. Masters had you fearing for your hair, and it turned into straw. Okay, so it like totally stripped your hair, basically. And so because the difference is that the Brush Group actually has conditioners in it, where the Masters is a pure like stripping soap. Maybe you could use them both together and have the ultimate. I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't want to put stripper on it after all that. All right, now I'm just going in with the black to try to fill in these little holes. There isn't actually a hole up here, but there's a mold line that I scraped too hard, and so I'm kind of trying to hide it with paint. And it looks better now, actually. Okay, that looks all good. All right, do you guys think I need to take my highlights up any higher? I'm gonna crowdsource you guys. Let's see what happens when I do a smidge. Maybe just a little bit. Ooh, it kind of makes everything look darker when I do that. So that's a good thing. Oop, it cleans really well too, and you use it to hold the shape, just like you do with Masters. As much as you hate wasting money, Masters is trash. Hi, Hope Money Paint. How you doing? Good. We're painting Abbadon's Cloak, and so far so good. I'm pretty happy with how things are looking. I feel like I want to highlight some of these little, there we go, do that. Get the edges of the holes. Like that. That looks good. Another highlight over here. And another one over here. Those are pretty striking. All right, I need to put my glasses back on. Let's look at that. Pretty good. There's a few, like I said, little spots that I want to blend in a little bit better. All right, that looks good. Now let's look at this side. This is the side that I put a little bit more of that red on. Bye, Trollbait. Thanks so much. Thanks for the host, Hope Mini Penny. Unfortunately, my alerts aren't working very well. I apologize for that. All right, let me look at the box art. Let's guess. He's got everything all warms, reds, and then we're gonna do that. And out. So I'm gonna go see Shazam tonight. I'm excited because I think it looks like it's gonna be really cute. I won't tell you what the spoilers are because I'm not a spoiler person. Okay, blend, blend, blend. Quick, quick. Oh, I really like that. It's almost like a vampire cape. That does look good. Okay. I'm looking at the front again. Here we go. Subtle red highlights up here. And let me chit chat. Anybody heard of Jetpack? Just tried to log in my CreatureCaster log and it says locked. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I liked Chuck with the actor. That's great. Zachary Levi. Yeah, I think it's going to be very funny. I like the superhero. I like comedies. Like, I really enjoyed Deadpool. He was funny. Okay, where's my sheet again here? Let's look at this one more time. A little bit here. All right, we got a good amount of the red in now. See? It's really rich. The paint is amazing. Okay, so now just this red on the edges. Ooh, yeah, cat hair. Got that off. I'm just gently using the side of my brush to edge highlight because edge highlighting is a pain in the butt. There you go. Get all the little red edges there, much brighter. There we go. I gotta flip it. Notice how I'm flipping the mini, but not changing the angle of my brush, especially for edge highlighting. Adding a little bit more red. Some of these little fringe things. There we go. That sounds like a good idea. Playing claw hobbies. Side here. That looks good. Good, good, good. Definitely looks like a vampire cloak. I feel like I want to go a little bit higher with some of the reds in the center here. There we go. Yeah, I feel like that looks a little bit better, more contrasting. Yes. Now all that back there is not going to get really seen. We can still edge some. I said not much of it's going to get seen. All right, let's look at Abbadon with the cloak on this side. Yep, it's going to look awesome. And I think we might need a final highlight. Tatiana 616 or 6161. Thank you so much for following. Is this the Tatiana from Poland that I know? All right, let's do. So he's on the cover here. He's got lots of little like crags, like little, I don't know what to call them, but we're gonna do those in orange. Mix a little bit of orange with this red and see what I get there. That's better. I don't know if I have the patience to sit. That looks good. Oh my gosh, I love that. Pops now. Just look what that orange just did. You see that? Put a tiny bit of red in there too. Oh, I was way off cam. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna get a smaller brush. And I have a Spellcrow brush that's nice and small. One right here. Yep, that'll. And I will go ahead and try using my orange to do all these little crazy, like almost like little veining almost. I'm not sure. Let me look at this again. Yeah, that's kind of nuts. Let's try something different because I know I don't have the patience to sit here and paint all those little teeny little cracks, especially on stream. That's something that you gotta go, that'll put you right to sleep. I'm just gonna split the hairs so that it's kind of almost fanned out. And we're gonna, there we go. That's better. That looks pretty decent. Split it out again. Not the best for your brushes, but looks kind of cool. I make it thinner. That's my only thing, is like I get so impatient. Brilliant. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the bits. And Just Richard, hello. Also, Studio Dropship coming in with the raid. Let me write you down here. Thank you so much. Let's give a shout out. Studio Dropship. Just Richard for the host. Thank you. Awesome. Let's spell shout right so I can give a proper shout out. There we go. Thank you so much, Studio. How are you doing? How was your stream? I'm painting Abbadon the Despoiler. This is what we finished. We finished the ponytail and the skull, like trophy crown. I'll call it a trophy crown. This little pack here that's going to get covered up by the cloak, and then this is the cloak that we're working on. Good so far. Fun. Awesome. All right, Richard. Well, you're just going to have to be patient because stuff has hit the fan. So, all right, let's take a look at this fur. Okay, I see it. The fur is Mechanicus Standard Gray, which I think I can use this warm dark gray for that. I'm mostly recovered, yeah. I think my voice is still kind of coming back. I lost my voice almost. So let's hope that it comes back by after the weekend is done. I'm gonna just paint this whole thing with this gray. Totally different color than the rest of the grays that I've been using on this. How do the monument paints compare with Chimera? They're really different. So the Chimera paints are pure pigments. So they dry really fast, but they can be mixed with any of your other paints. As soon as you start mixing them, then they take on a lot of the properties of the paint that you mix with it. So they just have an incredibly bright, you know, crazy bright color. So I would say they're not really comparable. Does that make sense? Because here, I need to paint this little piece too. I forgot about, wait, not that, this. They're not really comparable because they're just so different. You know, one is an artist paint that's, you know, meant to be mixed. The other one is definitely a miniature paint. This monument is a miniature paint. Chimera is an artist paint. So they're really different. I'm looking to make sure that I've got other fur pieces that I want to have painted. Okay, we got that. Look at the cool, this is like a warm gray and this is a cool gray, and the contrast is really neat. Chimera? Okay, they're awesome. They dry really fast, even on a wet pallet, but maybe not where you live, maybe just where I live. Because apparently they have no problems in Italy where it's nice and humid. But in Illinois, where my basement is super dry, they have problems. All right, so now we need some Nuln Oil, which I've got my Ghetto Nuln Oil in here. Ooh, that wasn't dry yet. That's why it has such a long open time that you gotta wait for it to dry. Okay. It's very dry in California. Then yeah, even on the wet palette, they dry fast. So you might need a little bit of retarder. They just really do dry fast. I'm trying to go back in here with the darker brown and see if I can smooth out some of my little orange zigzags. That's better. I'm not loving it. I think I might just have to go back in and just go back over it. That's better already. Yeah, that works. Okay. So is that dried? I'm going to put my hairdryer on so I can dry this real quick. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. Oops, overhead. There we go. So yeah, I would say that if you've got a paint that already, has a decent long drying time, I'm going to use this Armor Wash instead of Nuln Oil and see if that works any. There we go. That's more black anyway. This is from P3. I would say that if you already have a paint that has a good drying time, then it should be fine. I don't know if this is working. Armor Wash has a different formulation. It's working okay. Do it on this one too. All right, waiting for that to dry, we'll work on the sword, which is, actually, no, let's work on this, because this is gonna paint up really quick. You can't wait, you can't wait until Sunday to paint? You can't wait, you want to paint, you can't wait until Sunday. Oh, that's when you're painting, okay. I'm getting dehydrated painting so much. Okay. Now this little gun, let's see if it has, mostly metal. Okay, that works. That makes it easy. We'll get out our dark metal here. And we'll be putting some Nuln Oil on it. Piece of something on here. There you go. This gets that up underneath his other arm, so he's got two weapons. He's got a claw. He's got claws too. I totally forgot about his claws. That's okay. We're not gonna paint him just yet. We're gonna wait on him. That way, it's like a reward for painting all the little pieces that are so boring. We'll be doing another stream of this. I'm gonna be streaming again tomorrow, by the way, guys, from 2 to 5, I believe. Again, so you'll be able to catch me again if you missed. That's another thing, is that the Australians will be able to catch me tomorrow. Yeah, they'll be able to, and so will the West Coast people who don't usually get to watch. Okay, so let's go to, okay, so we need to use the dark gold here. And these, I'm gonna have to just carefully go down the side, because the middle is actually supposed to be silver. And if I goof it up, I can always go back and fix it. This is the part where I should have sub-assembled both sides. That's okay. Go. Okay, there's the bullets. Now for the silver part in the middle. I'm gonna cover up some of my mistakes too. There we go. Good. I guess I can't reach in there, so I'm not going to worry too much. Get this little part right here. Okay. Oops, raids and bits. You missed a lot. Oh no. All right. Now I think we need actual Nuln Oil, which I have my, let's see if I can find some actual Nuln Oil somewhere here. Watch, I'll be able to find it as soon as I turn the stream off. That will be what will happen. We use the grease wash. Where's the grease wash? Here. This is better than the armor wash anyway. But what is happening? Cap is not coming off. Okay, there. Whew. All right, put that in there. I ended up repotting a bunch of my washes because I'm so sloppy that I will spill them. They just will. Okay, this is just the grease wash that I have. It's basically, I made my own armor wash with a whole mixture of a whole bunch of different colors, including Nuln Oil. And it works great. That looks good. I'm gonna let that dry. Go back up here. This is still drying. Ah, Pierco, thank you so much for following. Welcome. I seem to recall you saying fairly recently you're running out of oil. Did I? Okay, then I'll have to get some more. Funny that I said that. You're right. There we go. That's much better. I don't buy Citadel much, so I forget to buy it, right? All right, now this awesome sword. We're gonna use that brown metallic paint from scale 75. I'm gonna paint this little monster of a hilt first. Which I'm guessing would be a dark brown metallic that you would use from Citadel if you have it. And I'm just over brushing because I want to save my shadows. This, yeah, and we'll do the end of here as well. There we go. So what is everybody else painting? I'm really curious to see what you're painting. I wanna pull up on stuff on my phone. So if you wanna whisper stuff to one of my mods, one of my Abbadon, would you be willing to field links and check out, make sure they're good links? We can take a look and see what people are doing. I'd love to see. All right, that's gonna dry, and then I'll use the black for the handle. Good. Oh, and the ponytail. We never did finish the black thing on the ponytail. We'll do that another time. Okay, so this is super dark. And it's taking forever to dry. I'm just kind of picking some up, mopping it up with my brush. So I'm hoping it'll dry a little faster. We'll do a test on this piece. This is like nearly dry. Okay. Oh, we got to do more music, I think. Nope, we got 20 minutes. Good, good, good. Now, let's see. For the fur, I'm going to take, oh no, we did that. Now Dawnstone, which is that kind of greenish brown color we made. Dawnstone. Yeah, it's more green. I need this warm green gray. Warm green gray. There we go. There we go. Put just a smidge of gray into my green. Green into my gray. Ooh, I love that. Look at that. I'm gonna overbrush. Highlight the fur. Looks awesome. Because of the grays that are already on it, the green in it kind of goes yellow and kind of almost an ivory look. Really awesome. Okay, now this side. Same thing on this side here. This is what I called overbrushing. I'm kind of just feathering my brush over the fur. It's still a little wet, which is not ideal. I want it to be more dry than it is, but I'm kind of being a little rushed, right? I want to see what it looks like now. I'm so impatient. There we go. Sort of wet blending anyway, so that's actually working out. That looks good. See how that looks with this piece. Because I think that piece goes on the front. Yeah, it looks good. Let it dry. I don't know why it's not drying. And then, so then Screaming Skull, which is basically a smidge of... Screaming Skull is kind of green too. What am I gonna do? Oh, there we go. This is the color that I basically mixed for Screaming Skull. It's actually kind of green. It doesn't read that way on camera. Got a little bit of yellow in it also. And this is our final highlight, which I'm gonna do. Edges. How that looks. That looks awesome. It is also slightly wet blending into the fur. I think that's what you need to do for the box art, but for the, we need to take it up one more. That looks pretty good. If I were to do that, I would use a little bit of this ivory, and just on the ends, like down in the bottom half of the fur, we'll get that more ivory. It'll feel like a gradient. A little bit. That's better. Any thoughts on that? Good morning. Joanne, where are you? Are you in Australia? Kelsey May, hello. We're working on this cloak right now for Abbadon the Despoiler. Here he is. Gonna have that on the back of him. I feel like it needs to be more brown. I feel, let's push some browns into this. Ooh. Push some browns into there. There we go. Wasn't quite working. Better, much better. Now we can go back and add some highlights again. That looks a lot better. That looks more like fur to me too. A little bit of that brown. Ooh. Okay. Now we get the little bits of the lightest part up here. There we go. You have no idea how to get your image to Abbadon, so whisper him. You click on his name, or you can also whisper me as well. And yeah, you can also whisper to me, but you can click on his name and it should pop up a little thing where it says whisper. Hopefully he'll get it. That looks good. The big old cat here right there. Okay, so again, I think I'm going to use a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Final highlights the bottom of this fur. Needing something, wasn't it? Can't believe that we're almost done with the cloak because I thought that was going to take a lot longer. All right, this last little bit on the cloak up here with the grays. Hopefully that will, yeah, that's going to cover that good. Looks good. That looks pretty natural too. I'm excited. There is a very good, I mean, 3 hours and we've got almost all the little bits done, right? We only have, we've got to do some highlighting on this gun. And then the rest is going to be like this big piece and this big piece. So who knows how long those are going to take. You're going to miss me when I come down under? You can't get a babysitter? Oh, that's okay, Joanne. I understand. It's going to be crazy for me to go around places as well, so everything is always going to be up in the air, right? I understand. I'm very excited though. I'm very much looking forward to our trip down under. There's all these, like, we're going to be going to lots of, like, we're going to do lots of nature hikes, which I think a lot of people would think would be crazy to do in Australia. But the thing is that it's April, so like a lot of the snakes and spiders are kind of hibernating right now. All right, this is the gold. There's like a little skull here. Just gonna make him gold. That looks good. There's another one on this side. Okay, now this is the gold. I'm going to put this on like every other bullet or so that not all the bullets are shiny. Now, hopefully make those stand out a little bit more. That looks good. Now a little bit more of that final silver highlight down the center. Ooh, that's bright. I don't know if I wanted it that bright. Okay. There we go. All right, that gun, I'm gonna edge it a little bit on this side. That looks good. Oh, wow, there's a good link. Let's take a look. Oh, whose dung beetle night is that, Abbadon? That's a beautiful dung beetle night. Guys, take a look at this link. Fantastic. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone so my YouTube people can also see it. Let's see, we're gonna go into Twitch. Here we go. Whispers. Oh wait, not a whisper, it's a chat. Darn, I might have missed it. All right, well, guys, I'm gonna have to look at it. Looks fantastic. Pretty, yes. Hey, Mikolas, it's going really well. We've gotten a lot of the pieces from Abbadon done, and then we're gonna be working on these pieces in the next few streams, or maybe, well, we'll see. I might actually do this one off stream just to get stuff done a little quicker. We're gonna finish painting this awesome sword. So let's see, Balthazar gold. Okay, so then fade it, and then, all right, now we're gonna use the gold, and then finally we'll use, I'm kind of paying attention to where I'm highlighting, brushing it down, over brushing it as if light is hitting it. Whose awesome dung beetle night was that? Is that the one that's South Ornillion? Is that his? Give me 1 second and I'll check chat again. By the way, if any of you guys come here from the UK or from Europe or whatever, let me know if you're going to be at Adepticon or something, because I can recommend some amazing food places. I took out Electric Eve and some of her followers, Swig and Beefington, to this awesome restaurant. It was an authentic Mexican restaurant. It was so good. All right, you're back. They were full, so you'll get in the cut next week. That's awesome. Okay, so here's the sword. We're gonna go into the amazing paint of it. Okay, so Calidor's Sky is the base. Okay. Okay. Calidor's Sky is, I'm guessing, let's go with the blue. Well, here, I need your help, guys, because I don't know what Calidor's Sky looks like. This one is basically sky blue. Gotta take off the little field for your protection section. This is gorgeous. Look at that color. Holy cow. It's like a, almost like a cerulean blue. Very, oh, this is gonna be great. This I'm definitely gonna use on the sword because it's the right color. Here we go. Love the colored metallics, yes. Yeah, there are tons of details on this model. Okay, that's amazing. All right, so this is the actual color. It's pretty light. We might use that for our substitute for Baharoth blue, maybe. I think so. And then let's see. This is what I'm thinking we're gonna use, just regular blue for the this is my Calidor. It's a little bit too blue, isn't it? We've got to make it more grayish. Put that on the palette, and then we'll mix stuff with it to get it to be the right color. All right, watch me mix. So this is my base that I start with. I'm going to take a tiny bit of black and that's pretty close. And then maybe a smidge of brown, maybe a little bit of ivory actually. There we go. A little bit more red. A lot more red. Not even close. Okay. We're gonna use this anyway. It's close enough. GW has a paint app. Well, but this paint line is so new though. Would it be able to match anything like that? All right, so we're gonna just base coat this whole thing here. I think it's gonna be close enough. The paint app works great with the more established lines, but I think this line might be too new. Somebody has to come out with conversions for it. Okay, trying to smooth that out. I'm gonna have to get back in there with some gold because I just slurped over the hilt. Try it again. There we go. That looks good. Let that dry. Doesn't convert, it just says what GW color matches the color you have. Oh, it's an app. Oh, I get it. Huh. Well, I'll have to get that for next time. If anybody has Monument and wants to tell me what GW color this, the regular blue is, not the sky blue, but the regular blue. Okay, we have to let that dry and marinate. Dry. Look at how nice that's gonna look next to that the color's gonna look good together. Covering up some of my areas where I'm missing paint. Go. All right, let that dry. Let's look at, I think that everything else is all good. I think we got it all. That looks good too. I feel like that needs even higher contrast. I'm going to add a little bit of white to my ivory. Just a little bit. Better. Better. You have a droid? Graham says, I wish I could paint like you, morning together. Well, Scram, I mean, you just gotta practice a lot. A lot. Because I paint every day, and that's kind of how I was able to level up so quick. Right, that looks good. I think we'll just set that aside. Oh, the green. Let me see if I have any. There is a necrotic green from P3 somewhere. Let me see if I can't find it. Bear with me. Oh no. Use this. This is the green we're gonna put, the fluoro green from Game Color. Really bright. Whew, crazy. Just need a little bit of this right in that eyeball socket. Okay, watch. Oh, pop. That looks good. Look at that. Ugh, love it. And we're going to say the other one is broken. Actually hollow. That one is not. Citadel Paint is the app name. Okay, I'm going to look it up. Graham, thank you for the follow. Welcome. My alerts are currently broken, and I don't know what I did, but we're going to fix them at some point. All right, ready for the sit? Let's look at the, gotta have the artwork next to me so I can copy it. And have no shame for copying. Let's see. Now Nuln Oil, okay. I feel like the white needs to happen first. Let's do that first. Into the mouths of these little ghosts that are haunting it. Yeah, it needs that first, because otherwise we won't be able to, won't work out. Okay, I'm deep in concentration. Woo, hold your breath. Oh my goodness. That part's still wet. See if I can get that brush a little bit better. Getting this, getting little ghosties. Somebody said there was a demon in his sword, which really would not surprise me, considering how Warhammer is like that with crazy weapons and demons. There we go. Okay, now I feel like this. I don't feel like they're being honest with the colors on the sword. I feel like they did something completely different than what they're telling people they're doing. All right, so I'm gonna use a little bit of that blue, and then I'm gonna try to paint. This is very hard, guys. Oh man. Okay. We gotta blend that down basically into the blue. Okay, now I'm using the other blue to blend back up, so there we go. It's very helpful when you're first learning. Oh, we got another link. Trillian's work. Okay, hold on, let me look at it. Wow, Trillian. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous. I feel like you've gotten better since the last time I saw your work. That gold braid on this belt looks really awesome. Yes. Good job. You also had some paint guides like the one you're reading. Awesome. Very helpful when you're learning and needed help with base, layer, wash, etc. Okay. I'm hoping that this tutorial is, I mean, it's not really a tutorial. You're just watching me paint, right? All right, a little bit of white, a little bit of blue. Now I create an even lighter color here. Now we gotta use the blue again to blend. Oh, no. Blue is, I don't know about you guys, but blue is one of the most difficult colors for me to paint. It's not my favorite. I think it's because it's just challenging. I can't quite put my finger on it. I just don't do a good job at it. Oh, here we go. It needed a little bit of green, that's why. It needed a little bit of green for a mid-tone in here. That actually looks awesome. Okay, let me keep looking at this because I still don't know what I'm doing. Right then, so this blue has to be added to this blue. Now we can add a little bit more green to it. Now we need a little bit of, they said Nuln oil, but I don't know how that's gonna work. Let's try it. Put the Nuln Oil over the top here. Yee, I don't like it. Nope. It's not doing what I want it to do. Let me try some blue. There, that's better. That's better. So I guess you have to kind of like alternate. I'm still not very good at this part. Going back and forth between dark and light. There. Now we can go back to the light green. Or light blue, rather. You guys get to watch me struggle. You guys like this part, don't you? I don't like it. Let's try the edge highlighting here. This is me just kind of trying to figure things out, but not knowing what I'm doing here. On the app, okay, so Sarah's explaining about this color matching app. What color is my favorite color to paint? Probably red. I think red is one of the easiest. It's funny because other people think red is hard, but I think red is easy. I don't have a problem with red. Okay, let's do an ink because ink is gonna help me a lot. That's green ink. Do a turquoise ink for this sword to get some of the dense pigment I need. It doesn't say to use ink on this. It says to use Nuln Oil, and I don't know. That's kind of messed up because I think you have to use ink in order to make this look right. Okay, so let's put it over the whole thing and see what happens. Yep. All right, that's carked it. No. All right, we can scrub out some of the ink, so that works. Not completely lost. I'm getting there, guys. That sort of. Do a little bit of black. Need that contrast. Here we go. Better. Now we're gonna need to go lighter in a minute. Okay, now we have to go drastically lighter. Boy, it is looking great. It doesn't feel like it's looking great. White and yellow are your favorites, are everyone's favorites to paint? Oh, she is mortal. I am mortal. Red can be tricky to highlight. I highlight red with orange. So remember when we painted this guy? We highlight it with orange, but look, it still reads as red. Looks awesome. Definitely mortal. Okay, so now gonna get some of the white, and I'm gonna attempt the edge, highlight here, do a little bit more white, maybe a little bit more white. So now, see, now I'm liking it. Whew, I have to hold my breath. Difficult. Okay, that's better. Kind of keep the power sword look and the gold, not gold, sorry, white ghosting look. It's been tricky. Flip this by the side here. Getting there, huh? Maybe a little bit. Wait. I don't like this at all. No. It doesn't look right. Faces and the sword make it hard to paint. Yes, I agree. All right. I'm glad that we are, yeah. How do I do this? Look at the picture. It's just, everything is edge highlighted and in a weird places. Let me try the ink again. Nope. I don't know. This doesn't seem right to me. I feel like I'm using maybe the wrong colors. Let's try a little red, maybe. Maybe a little red in these shadows. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Kind of making them deeper a little bit. Changing it. Yeah, that side I kind of am starting to like. It has been eventful, hasn't it? Yes, it has. It's 5 o'clock. We need to host. Oh my goodness, I'm not used to going so long, but we were struggling with this. I'm going to work on this on my own. I'm going to work it out, and we'll be done with that. And on my next stream, which will hopefully be tomorrow, we'll work on this from 2 to 5 again. So thank you guys. Let's do a quick find. Maharoon is we're gonna host. So that's odd. Look at that. My whole overlay is messed up. All right, that's okay. All right, guys, let's do a Maharoon. If you have my emotes, we're gonna do our emotes. If you don't, you can type Mad Love. We're gonna do Mad Love here, and you can use this copy and paste. You're gonna look for Maharoon. Hopefully she's still on. There she is. All right, Mad Love, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, 2 to 5. All right, you have a good weekend.
Shoshie.